me, Jess, and I'm back again with another video. I'm actually on my way driving to an order. I know I'm not looking wonderful right now, but it is what it is. But I really wanted to put this video out to you guys. Thank you for watching. If you're new, please subscribe, especially if you like the content, leave comments, all of that. Okay, guys, so what this video is about is basically why you should not cheat on keto, okay? Please do not cheat on keto. That is what this video is about, because I'm going to share with you my recent experience of cheating on keto and why I would highly not advise it, okay? So you guys know I've been doing keto for a couple months now, and I absolutely love it. I'm not going to lie to you. I really love this diet. I don't even look at it as a diet. I look at it as a lifestyle change, because in my mind, this is not something that I'm doing temporarily just to get, quick results. A lot of time when you think of the word diet, you're thinking, hey, I'm going to do this so I could lose some weight, for the summer, for a wedding, or whatever the case may be, or even if it is to feel good or whatever, and then I'm going to go back to what I was doing before. I mean, really, that's what people normally do when they're dieting. It's normally temporary. I'm just doing this for this amount of time to get these results, and once I get the results, I'm going to slowly but surely go back to what I was doing before. But you and I both know that is just crazy. I mean, the definition of crazy is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If you are really serious about losing the weight and keeping the weight off, you're going to have to stick to whatever diet or eating plan that you're choosing, whether it's you're doing calorie deficit or you're doing paleo, keto, like what we're doing. But yeah, you need to stick to it, right? Now, of course, stuff like fasting or whatever, that's temporary. No one's going to fast forever, But to me, water fasting, things like that. But keto to me is something, in my opinion, is very doable. I've been watching a lot of videos about people who have done keto, and I've seen, of course, I've seen people who really love it and stick to it. And of course, I see some people who are like, oh, they don't think it's sustainable, right? For me personally, I love keto. I think, and I've said this in other videos, I think it's a very delicious eating style. I think it's a very easy eating style. It's really not a lot of preparation. I feel like when I was on a plant-based diet for all those years, meal prep can pretty much take over your life. Like when I was plant-based, I could literally spend all day Sunday meal prepping, and I'm not joking. I'm talking about from the day the morning started. I remember I was meal prepping lunches and dinners and breakfasts that I could bring, right? I might make oatmeal ahead of time or some kind of banana porridge. I would make different veggie dishes, so meal prepping would take a while. It could take up your whole day. What I love about keto is that keto doesn't take a lot of time. I mean, keto is very easy, very quick, because you're limiting the amount of foods that you're eating anyway. Like if I have chicken, I could eat like a chicken leg quarter with some broccoli and I'm fine. I don't need a bunch of stuff. When you're on a plant-based diet, your plate is filled with a lot of different stuff. Go on some of those plant-based groups on Facebook, or go to a plant-based page on Instagram or something like that. The average page, the average plate of someone who's doing plant-based, whether they're vegan or vegetarian, it has a lot of components, right? Like I could make wings for dinner and be happy just eating the wings, honestly. Like I could cook a whole pack of wings in the oven, and I could eat and I like to cook my wings whole. It really doesn't matter, but I could eat like 5 wings and I'm good. I don't even have to have anything on the side. Like I could make a quick Caesar salad with it if I wanted to, but for the most part, I could literally just eat those wings and move on and be good and not have anything to worry about. You get what I'm saying? But when you plant-based, it's a lot of stuff. You're going to have brown rice and beans, and you might have 2 or 3 different vegetables. You might have a salad. Let me make some cornbread. I mean, it can be a lot of stuff going on, because the plant-based diet is not very satiating, right? And that's just the bottom line. A high-carb, high-sugar diet is really not that satisfying. When you're eating it, of course, you're going to feel full, and you'll probably end up being really bloated and gassy, but I guarantee you, probably within an hour or two, you're going to be hungry for something else, because those type of foods keep you wanting more, especially since there's so much sugar. It builds up that sweet tooth, so you're going to want to keep wanting more. If you're juicing in the morning, you have that nice sweet taste in your mouth, you're going to want more, right? But anyway, so the reason this video is called Don't Cheat on Keto is because I have been doing keto for a while, and I have been getting good results. I've been able to break my plateau, because at one point I couldn't even get past 215 pounds for the longest, and this is the first time that I've actually been able to move past this number. My lowest weight today is still 208 pounds, but my goal is still to get under 200 pounds. And one of the things I hate that I do is that when I'm losing weight and things are going good and I'm really getting somewhere, I start to get comfortable and start feeling myself. I'm like, oh, I've already lost all this weight. I can have a little treat. If that is your mindset, we do need to stop doing that. If you're losing weight and you're doing well, you might want to even get more strict with yourself. But you don't want to start feeling like you need a reward. You don't need to reward yourself with bad food or something overindulgent because you've lost some weight, because all that's going to happen is that you're not going to know when to stop, and you're going to go right back to where you were. Okay. But anyway, so I've been doing good on keto, really been sticking to it. You guys know I do dirty keto. I mean, I do strict, let's put it this way, I do strict keto most times, but I do insert the dirty keto in there. And to me, I feel like when you everyone has to do what they feel is best, but I do feel like if you insert the dirty keto, where you do allow yourself some keto treats, maybe a keto brownie here and there, a piece of keto cake, and maybe an occasional keto ice cream like Halo Top or Nick's ice cream, that makes the diet even more exciting and more doable, right? And honestly, those treats I don't have to have every day. Like, I have like 4 things of keto ice cream in my fridge. I have like 4 containers of Nick's ice cream, and I haven't had any in a week, to be honest. It's still sitting in there. I haven't even eaten any lately, But anyway, so here's a problem. This is not one of those diets or eating styles that you can be like, you know what, I'm going to really cheat and indulge myself today and I'm good. It doesn't matter. I can just get back on the wagon. Not really. I mean, yes, you have no choice but to get back on the wagon after you see how you feel or the damage that you've done. But it's not that easy, because if you're just doing a regular diet where you're on a calorie deficit and you're eating whatever the hell you want, but you're just watching the calories or your macros or whatever, even if you do have a cheat day, it is easy to get back on track. You just might eat a lot less the next day or whatever the case may be. But the thing with keto is that you are basically tricking your body to do something that it doesn't normally do. And that's why people lose the weight so fast, right? Our bodies are naturally designed to run off of glucose, right? Because most humans eat a lot of carbs. So when you do keto and you're switching that and you're eating mostly fat and protein, you are switching the whole mechanism of your body to now, instead of running off of the glucose, now it's running off of ketones, right? So it's learning to burn its own fat for energy, if I'm saying it correctly, as opposed to the sugar. And that is not a 1, 2, 3 process, right? When you do keto, it could take you, if you're going to begin a keto diet, I believe it takes you a couple days, maybe a week or so, to even get into ketosis, right? So when you put in all that energy and hard work to get to that point, it really isn't worth it to blow it on a cheat day, because unlike other diets, if you have a cheat day, you could more easily redeem yourself. You could just eat a whole lot less the next day. But with keto, because you've tricked your body into doing something else that it doesn't normally do, when you cheat, especially with a high carb meal or a high sugar meal, you get kicked out of ketosis almost immediately, and now you have to start from scratch. And so you put your body through a whole lot of turmoil. You're putting your body through a roller coaster. So now you have to, of course, you're not going to have any choice but to get on the back on the wagon. You don't want to give up. But what I'm saying is that why go through all that, right? And not just that, not just the turmoil that you're putting your body through, but the discomfort. Okay, so let's talk about that real quick. So I went out of town a couple days ago. I went to Tennessee with my son, and first of all, let me just backtrack. I was already not feeling good the day before. Why? Because I drank 2 cans of Zevia. Now, let me tell y'all something right now. Everybody's body is different, but what I'm starting to learn, and I think that's the reason why Dr. Canberry really prefers a more stricter keto diet with just really keto whole foods and not the keto treats. And now I really understand why he said that, because not every keto treat is good, okay? The thing is, when a food is eliminating one thing, they're going to have to replace it with something else, and you don't know if your body is going to agree with it, right? Most people's bodies is used to sugar, right? Whether it's processed sugar, natural, whatever, coconut, So your body don't really act funny with sugar. Yeah, you might gain some weight, but you really, nothing crazy, really, because you're already used to it. But some of these sugar substitutes really might not have you feeling so great, right? And so I know for me, out of the sugar alternatives that my body can tolerate is allulose and stevia. Okay, and I actually have allulose and stevia at house. I just ordered I think a 2-pound bag. I think it was like no, it was more than that. It was about 56 ounces, I think. Yeah, I ordered a 56 ounce bag because I love to bake. So I ordered a 56 ounce bag of allulose off of Amazon for like $20, which really wasn't bad. And I also have some stevia that I got from Aldi's. Those two sugar alternatives I have had good luck with. I don't feel any type of way, eating those. But that's not always the case. I think Zevia, from what I researched, Zevia, of course, they use stevia, but they also use erythritol. And I know that I drank I think if I just drink a small amount of the Zevia soda, sugar-free soda, I'm good. I'm going to be honest with you, Zevia sugar-free soda is very delicious. It is very tasty. And I'm not even a soda person. I wasn't drinking soda at all, even prior to this lifestyle change of mine. So it wasn't like I needed a substitute, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I love a good sale, and Publix did have the Zevia soda, the 12-pack, buy one get one free. So I bought a few packs for me and my son. I got the cherry cola, cream soda, I got the ginger ale, and I think I got grape, and he really likes it. If I have a small bit of it, I'm okay. But I had, the day before I went into town, which was last Wednesday, I had 2 cans, right? I had my regular lunch and I had 2 cans of Zevia. And probably within 20 minutes, my stomach was starting to feel crazy. And by that evening, my whole left side of my stomach was killing me. I was in so much pain. I was very bloated, and I was just feeling terrible and feeling backed up. And I wasn't feeling too good. I was feeling really bloated, and my side was hurting me. And when I went on Gemini, she said it was a Zevia because of the erythritol, and it has already been documented that erythritol does cause a lot of issues in the gut, a lot of stomach discomfort. So I drank some ginger tea that night, drank a lot of water, and by the next day I was feeling better. So I should have just moved on from that. But when I was in Tennessee, we stopped at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A can be a good spot for keto. I did get the chicken Cobb salad. The only thing is I should have asked for grilled chicken because they automatically give you fried. I should have stopped there, but I didn't. So here's where the cheat comes, and here's where everything pretty much became a downward spiral. So I had not eaten at Chick-fil-A in a very long time. So I had Chick-fil-A last year when I first started introducing meat back in my diet, but it wasn't on no keto thing. It was just doing a high protein diet. I really wasn't worried about carbs. I just wanted to have more protein. And so I remember ordering a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich because I hadn't had one in about 14 years. So I had that, and I hadn't been to Chick-fil-A since. So I had ordered the fries. I ordered the medium fries, and then I had a coupon to get a free kids meal, which I ended up getting. So I ate the whole medium fries with Polynesian sauce, which of course was very delicious, but I paid very dearly for that. And I ate my son's fries. I ate my son's kids meal fries to the point where he was like, where are my fries at? He was expecting to have it, and I ate it. So we're talking about eating a medium and a small fries, right? And it didn't stop there. I was like, oh, well, I'm out of town. How often do I go out of town? I don't do this all the time. It's no big deal. Not when it comes to keto. You cannot have that mindset of it's no big deal. I don't do this all the time. We went to Buc-ee's. Any of you guys know about Buc-ee's? Buc-ee's really is an experience, but is it the most healthy place? Not really. And Buc-ee's, the food and the snacks and the desserts are so good. It is very, very easy to overindulge. Extremely easy to overindulge at Buc-ee's. So, of course, we don't live near Buc-ee's. We only get to pass Buc-ee's when we go out of town. And that was my 3rd time going to Buc-ee's because we went twice when we went to Florida on vacation with my boyfriend. And then we went that time, me and my son went. He was really excited because he had never been before. So I had, of course, I wasn't going to leave it at the Buc-ee's brisket sandwich, which is delicious. But again, it's a bunch of bread. if I was really thinking, I should have told him, hey, can you just give me just the brisket in foil? I have no problem. I'll still pay the $8.95, but just give me the brisket, okay? Or I could have just taken the bread off myself and thrown it out. But, you know, I'd probably been better off just telling him that. I would have been way better off doing that. Then I had 2 things of glazed pecans. If you ever had their glazed pecans, those are to die for. But again, extremely high in sugar. Are pecans keto? Yeah, they are. Nuts are keto, but not glazed pecans that have been, you know, soaking in a bunch of sugar. You get what I'm saying? And those are very addictive. I had 2 of those. Then they had fudge. I bought 2 different fudge. I bought the blueberry cheesecake fudge and the cookies and cream fudge, and I ate half of each one. So guys, I'm not perfect. I messed up big time on keto, but guess what? My body paid for it. My body let me know that they weren't a happy camper with what I did, and I paid for it dearly. For the next couple of days, I felt like crap. I was extremely bloated for the next couple of days from that overhaul of carbs. I was bloated like you wouldn't believe. I felt backed up, right? So my stomach just felt constantly full. I just kept feeling like I had to go to the bathroom, but it just wasn't happening. So eating all those carbs, yeah, it left me feeling really bloated, very uncomfortable, and backed up. Okay, and I had to drink a lot of water, and I would still get hungry, you know, and I still had to eat. So what I started to do, I was just like, you know what, I just have to get back on the horse. So I just started going right back to my regular keto eating my fatty meat, you know, and my vegetables, and drinking a lot of water. I went back and started walking at the park, doing a 5-mile walk, because movement does help your digestion. It took me about 4 to 5 days to really feel like back to normal. Okay, this was all took place Thursday. Saturday I felt okay, but I was back feeling like crap that night, and I think it's because I had brought my boyfriend some pecans from Buc-ee's, and I ate some of those too. So I kind of reversed the damage. So today is Tuesday. Yeah, today is the first day I can honestly say I started feeling better yesterday. I was like at 90% yesterday, but today is the first day that I can honestly say I'm back at 100%. And but I felt like such garbage the past couple days after that cheat. I realized it's not worth it. It really isn't. I don't care what anybody say. Oh, well, we only come here one time. It's not like we do this every day, or you could burn it off later. No, you can't. So now I gotta put my whole body. I did order some ketone test strips that I'm gonna try today, but I should not have to put my body through all of this. I really shouldn't. But just the way I felt, to me, was less than enough. And you have some people out there that they don't care how badly they feel after they eat food, as long as they satisfied with the taste. And that's the whole thing. Remember, all carbs turn to sugar. But carb and sugary foods is just mouth pleasure. That's all it is. Let's not act like our body is really benefiting from these things. It really isn't. Now, I personally do believe we should eat fruit. Everyone, you know, even though keto is only berries, I mean, I feel like fruit is still better than processed foods. It's still better than the SAD diet. So, I mean, you have some people like Dr. Palladino, who is carnivore, but he has now started implementing fruits and honey into his diet, and that works for him. And I'm seeing quite a few people on YouTube who are doing that. So but I mean, to each his own. But what I'm gonna say is, if you're serious about keto and you're serious about making this a lifestyle change, do not cheat. Don't. It's not worth it. And I have been back on the wagon, eating the way I'm supposed to eat, eating my fatty meat, eating my vegetables, drinking my 40 ounces of water. I drink like 2 of these 40-ounce Stanley cups of water each day. And I have been getting back to where I need to be. My digestion is back on point. I'm walking faster at the park, because when you're bloated and feeling crazy, you're not even walking fast at all. Like it just isn't good. So I'm back on the ball, and I realized it was a learning lesson for me. I'm actually glad it happened, because it let me realize that no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for you to reverse all your hard work. For what? for a Bucky sandwich. I mean, what I could have done, which I'll do in the future, is if I know I'm going out of town, I'm better off bringing some keto bread, getting a keto bun from Kroger, or getting a keto. I have a bunch of those carb balance tortilla. If I could have just thrown the brisket. Now, some people might say the brisket at Bucky's is still not keto because of the barbecue sauce they use. I really don't know. I know brisket is traditionally supposed to just be salt, pepper, and garlic. The brisket is a little sweet, so I'm pretty sure they use some kind of sweet barbecue sauce on there. But to me, you can still kind of get away with that if you're willing. But all of that bread, no. I would have been better off getting a carb balanced tortilla and keeping it in my purse, and just throwing the brisket in between that if I just felt like I need to eat it with something. Making sure when I go to Chick-fil-A, I am asking for the grilled chicken, not the fried, because you can't do that either. Those deeply fried foods that they're coating in flour, putting in seed oils, that's going to mess you up too. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, that cheating on keto is not worth it. You're going to feel like crap after the fact. You're going to be bloated. You're going to be gassy. You're going to feel sick. Your stomach is going to be killing you. You're going to feel backed up. Your digestion is going to be all messed up. I went on Quora, and there were a lot of people that had the same complaints that were talking about it, that what they experienced was, look, it took me, today is Tuesday, it took me 4 to 5 days just to get back on track. Because even yesterday, like I said, I was at 90%. Today is the first day I could say, okay, I'm at 100% after that. But no, I'm done. I'm not doing it again. Today, I had my Magic Spoon cereal this morning. I had some eggs with cottage cheese, some turkey bacon, and some turkey sausage. And I am not hungry at all. I'm enjoying my water. And I can't wait to get home to fill this cup up again. I have some fresh limes I'm going to cut and squeeze into another 40 ounce of water. I'll put some True Lemon. I'm actually looking forward to drinking the rest of this. But no, it is not worth it to cheat on keto. Like I said, I've been feeling like crap for the past couple days, and I'm just now starting to feel like myself. And no, I'm not going to blow it again and mess up my progress, and then next thing I'm going to be feeling depressed because of the weight I've gained. It's just not worth it, you guys. So if you have had this experience with cheating on keto and feeling like crap afterwards, please post in the comments. We can talk about it. But yeah, and like I said, also just putting your body through that roller coaster of now having to go try to work hard again to get back in ketosis. From what I've heard, if you mess that up, it could take you another week. It could take you a couple of weeks to get back in ketosis, and the only way you'll be able to do that, you have to be on real strict keto. You might not have time to do keto pancakes and keto brownies. You might have to really stick to your fatty meats and your eggs. You might not even be able to do too much dairy. It just depends. So I'm still doing dairy. The dairy I do most of all is cottage cheese and Parmesan cheese in my eggs. That's about as far as it goes. I might put a slice of Swiss cheese in my burgers, but I'm not gonna lie, I really haven't noticed cheese bothering me. But I have heard people say that when they remove the dairy from the diet, they lost even more weight. So, but anyway, you guys, that's it. I'm about to go into the store. But yeah, just tell me what you think if you've had similar experience. All right, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.